Hi everybody, it's me again, and as I've said on some previous videos, I'm now working in Ningbo during the week, and I commute back to Shanghai during the weekends. Now, one thing that Ningbo has that I'll show you in more detail today is these, which are rental e-bikes. Shanghai does not have these. I'm not sure why, some kind of legalities. There are two flavors. There's yellow and blue. Now the Liu bike, you require a full Chinese ID card, which you can get if you've been working and living here long enough, and that gives you a 13-digit number, and you use that to register with. The blue bike is an Alipay bike, and as long as you've got an Alipay account, you can actually use these bikes. Apparently the Liu bikes are better, more range, faster, but the blue bikes are the only ones available to me. They're almost exactly the same to use as the pedal bikes, and I'll just show you. So you get your Alipay app open on your mobile phone. There's a QR code on the bike just there. There's also one on the rear mudguard. You point the phone at the code and there you have it, and it's basically saying, do you wish to rent this bike? Click on that and it's reminding you to stay within a certain area, and then it beeps and says hello to you, as it just did. Okay, now one of the reasons that these e-rental scooters may be illegal in Shanghai is that you have to wear a crash helmet. So the blue bikes, you see it's got this bar here, so I can't get the crash helmet out. That's no problem. We just simply click on the app here, and then that bar will release the crash helmet. And then simply a case of just putting it on. Now, I know they are not the most stylish or comfortable of crash helmets, but they are legal and therefore a necessity. There you go. Before getting on it, I'll just give you a quick 360. There's that one. There's the difference between with the yellow bike, and there's various different styles. This, I want to say this is a newer one. It's just simply got a green light on whether it's got electricity, throttle, and then just a simple pinger for your alarm. And then off we go. Just the classic twist grip, brakes on front, right and left. We were quite lucky to pick up a blue bike where it was, because that's not a proper parking spot, and that one is, and there's another one on the opposite side of the road. No bikes there, but I know that this is another official parking zone. You can see, I don't know why it's got T's on it. So if I show you on the app, there's the blue shaded zone, which is where we can ride, and we are right on the edge of it. And there's the parking zone that we're right next to. So where we picked up the bike, just here, there isn't actually a parking zone. I think you pay a penalty if you drop the bike there. Now, what I'll do is go up this green park here and show you this notch that we've got in the blue zone. How do I look? Ningbo is a lot quieter than Shanghai. I'm a little bit far out of the centre, down in the south-east, but you can see quite empty roads, and it's about 6:15. There's a lot of rivers in Ningbo. We're closer to the sea here. There's a lot of seafood. It's a very old port city, you know, 1,000 years or more. I don't yet know the history, but I'm sure I'll tell you when I find out. What we have here is a much more typical zone for dropping bikes off. There's all of the pedal bikes, and you can see one or two electric bikes in amongst them as well. And then there's another zone for the rental bikes. Behind the trees there is a relatively large eating area, at least 20 restaurants, and that's why they've got quite a lot of bikes here. This is the park I mentioned earlier. It's a very long and narrow park going north-south down in the southeast corner. I know this is a low-tech way to do it, showing you the screen rather than having it properly digitally recorded. Anyway, I'm about to go into this weird notch in the map. Don't know why it exists. Let's see if we can get across. Okay, that's the bike cutting the power. So we're on a little bit of foot power. Now I might have made a mistake actually stopping before going across the zone and losing some momentum, because half the time I make it across. Now the app is only available in Chinese, and that's probably one of the problems. So where are we? You can see I'm actually back in the zone just. It's only 50 meters across. We're on a red light at the moment. Okay, I just did a translation, and this button here says restore power supply. So let's see. Okay, we've got a beep, we've got a green light, and we are off. Okay, I need to learn better Chinese, especially in these situations where I really need it. Okay, here's the park again, we're going along the side of. And I'll try to show you a few other streets of Ningbo. It's dusk time now, so I'm sorry it's getting a little bit dark already. You should be able to see my headlamp lighting up the road there. Oh, hang on, it's beeping again. Hello. So that's a good thing for these hire bikes. They've all got lights that are on the whole time, I think, or when it gets dark. These are also different to Shanghai. These kind of corner areas where the bikes and pedestrians sit or stand. I guess they're a little bit more secure with those bollards. I don't know if you can see the dusk there. They do tend to be nicer here. Maybe it's something to do with being on the seaside. This might be a short video. I hear you all sigh with relief because it's getting quite dark already. Now there you can see the speed difference we've got. I think I top out at about 20 or 25, which is legal maximum, but then people hack their bikes and go faster. And there's an entrance to the metro, maybe, or is it just an underpass? Yet more rivers. Am I going to go in front of that bus? Yes, I am. Am I going to get through here? Yes. I want to try and show you some narrower streets. Now this is a kind of another eating street. You can see the smaller establishments, quite a lot of restaurants along here. I've not eaten anywhere here yet. All Chinese, which is fine. And then we leave that narrow street and come back out onto another main road. Some more places. And another river just here. And the place I'm heading for is a little place called Anthony's Bar. It should be just up ahead here. There we go. So that was the destination. It's only about 2, maybe 3 kilometers from where I live. The e-bikes are a good way to get here, and then you can use a taxi to get back, or a Didi. Now let me just show you turning off the bike. So we use the kickstand there, take the crash helmet off, of course, and then it only goes in one way. You can see like that with the handle upwards, and then on the app we click the crash helmet icon, and then that little bar comes across. So this time simply putting the helmet back onto the bike has ceased the rental of the bike. Previously I've had to click an extra button on the app, so they've obviously just streamlined the process, which is great. So there you can see what I did, and that 2.5 kilometer, 1.5 mile ride cost me 5 RMB, which I guess is about 80 cents, 50 to 60 British pence. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that real brief video there to show you something unique in Ningbo as opposed to Shanghai, and that is the rental e-bikes. Thank you, bye bye. She was just waving.